You will want to create a copy of your online model for your own personal records. The models as they are right now are stored on Autodesk projects through Revit, and what will happen is you cannot just open it up and do a save as. It's not as easy as that. So we're going to go through the process twice of doing this, and let's start right off with opening up our model. So I'll do a save as, and have a folder already created. And it's really no different than what we would typically do for just saving a file with a different name. But it is taking the information that's online and saving it as a file stored already, or that will be stored on your computer. Now, this file that we've just saved is still connected to that online file. It is still a shared file, it's just not online. So what we would do is that we would then close the saved file, and then we would go to our open command, and you'll see that in this folder we have the file name, but we also have a subfolder, instructors model backup. So that is a folder that was created saving the shared information as a backup there. What we need to do to break that online connection or the shared connection is select the model name and select detach from central. When you select that, you get this dialog box popping up asking you whether you want to detach or disconnect this model and save any work sets, or do we want to do the same thing and discard the work sets. We don't use work sets, so it's a non-entity here, so I'm going to just click detach and discard. And when this finally loads, then we can use the save command, and it will save the model but detach it from the online sharing. So when I do select save, you're going to see now it gives the name of the file, instructors model underscore detached. So you visually see by the file name that it is not the original shared model version. Now we would need to do this as well with our site model. So I'm going to close this model, and I am going to now go to my site model. Again, another shared file, and I will repeat the process. I will do a save as, put it all in the same folder. Once the save is complete, I will close the shared version of the file, go back to the open command, pick the downloaded shared model file and select detach, open, detach and discard work sets. And once I have opened up this file, then I could do a save. And you'll see it has the same file name, but it is now saved with the word detach at the end. I'm now going to close this folder. So let's take a look at the folder itself. So in this folder, you're going to see our two detached copies right here. All the other files are just extra. You know, they are still copies of the shared versions of each of these models. So what I'll typically do is I will select each model file and the subfolders that were generated when we downloaded the file or did a save as from the Autodesk Projects online folder. You can now rename both of these files, removing the word detach from the name, And now we have our two files detached from being online, can be opened separately, whether we have an internet connection or not, because there is no link to any other user.